Thanks for joining us. Tonight, a Duluth School Board member says taxpayers deserve a second opinion when it comes to how the school district is paying to maintain vacant school properties.
The cost, $45 million. The concern, that money's coming from the district's general fund.
KBJR 6's Jesse Slater joins us now, and Jesse, Art Johnston says it's a problem.
Yes, he does. Member Johnston is bringing forth a resolution at Tuesday's school board meeting that is asking the school board and administration to investigate alternatives rather than pulling $3.3 million a year from the general fund to pay for debt obligations. Now, according to Johnston, the administration has not been willing to look into other options to fund the school's building debts. And currently, the administration is working under the legal financial advice from the same company that gave them advising during the long-range facilities plan. Johnston feels it's worth getting a second or even a third opinion if it means saving millions of dollars from the general fund. However, Chief Financial Officer Doug Hassler believes they have stressed all other options, and the district has a legal obligation to pay back these bonds, the general fund being the only source of funding. And Johnston says there is a statute that prohibits schools from using money from a general fund as a permanent solution for funding.
There's 127B.79, which says bars schools from making permanent transfers from one fund to another fund, from a non-operating fund to an operating fund like the general fund, and unless you have special permission from the Commissioner of Education. We've never got that.
What was decided by our school board when this financing was approved was that some part of our debt would be paid out of our general fund, and that remains with us today, and that is something that we don't believe we have options available to us under Minnesota law to change.
And Johnston says Bill Kiso from the Minnesota Department of Education says the Duluth School District is the only district in the state that misuses their general funds. Johnston says there is a reason no other district does it in the state because it's, quote, the law and dumb. And School Board Chair David Kirby says the original payment system from the long-range facility plan was reviewed twice by the Minnesota Department of Education and passed review. He says at this point some of the money does have to come from the general fund, which he says is unfortunate, but he says that is the law and the board cannot break the law.
One of the questions here, is it going to cost money to get a second opinion?
Yes, it would cost some money to get a second opinion, but Johnston feels that it's worth it in the long run and it could save them money in the long run.
All right, thank you, Jesse.